4, think win-win. So strength I have when it comes to this habit is I desire traits of win-win characteristics for win-win deals. I have integrity. I'm aware of my core values. My maturity, when I express my feelings, I consider the thoughts and feelings of other people. So when I'm saying something, I'm not just considering what I'm thinking, I'm also considering how they're thinking and feeling to what I'm saying. This takes a balance between consideration and courage. My courage is low, however, my considerations are very high, just like I said, being caring of others' feelings. I'll talk a little bit more about my courage afterwards. And my abundance mentality. Covey states there's plenty out there for everyone, and I think I recognize that there are always alternative solutions that can be used. A personal weakness I have is I tend to go for lose-win situations. So instead of me voicing my opinion, I'm a appease and a please type of person. I kind of step back and let them take over the situation to avoid the conflict. So yeah, I will agree with my colleagues or friends or family, although I may not agree. So this can build up anger and frustrations within myself, and also I need to recognize that maybe voicing my opinion and putting my ideas out there will benefit and bring in a new idea. Thinking win-win in the TR profession and why it's important. So in the TR profession, not only do we work within our department, but we also work in a multidisciplinary environment. Having win-win deals is essential because we want to meet the needs and the goals of the client. We're all there to benefit the client. So this will allow for more cooperation and productivity within the teams. The main priority is meeting the client's needs while establishing goals within their leisure pursuits to achieve. Allow for communication skills to further develop. If a solution cannot be met, then we can also look for an alternative. A perfect example of this is right now, currently, we are, in my place of work, we are running a sit-to-stand class. So with our sit-to-stand class, there's a lot of factors to take in. We had to find appropriate clients for the group, and we also had to factor in with nursing, making sure they were up and ready for the program, PT, making sure that they were there for fall risks assessment, OT, just in case any walkers were used for the sit-to-stand class, and the recreation department actually did most of the development of the program along with the PT's help. Habit 5, seek to first understand, then be understood. A strength I have in this particular habit is I believe I have strong empathetic listening skills. I want to understand why and how an individual is feeling the way they are. When an individual is showing signs of anger or sadness, I am immediately drawn to understand their situation. So this prevents me from kind of just building opinions or coming to conclusions without actually hearing the person out, which is very important to do. And I also feel like a strength I have is I believe individuals can recognize I am listening by how I act. So sometimes when they're talking to me, I rephrase what they're saying or just restate one word to show that I'm engaged into what they are saying. A personal weakness, sometimes I tend to try to relate to them with bringing back in my own experience, like just saying, oh, well, I know how you're feeling, so-and-so this happened. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm being empathetic by trying to relate to them, but really I'm taking away from the conversation being about them and what they are trying to share with me and bringing it on to myself. So this moves the focus of the conversation to be about me. Sometimes that'll close off your client or whoever you're talking to, for instance, and they might think that what they're telling you isn't important, which you need to recognize so that you don't do. Why seeking to first understand, then be understood is important in the TR profession? It establishes healthy work relationships with coworkers and allows for problem solving, honesty, and open communication. So this is kind of to get you to the win-win situations. By being able to talk with each other and listening and actually understanding each other, this will help aid in those situations. Being able to successfully meet the needs of the client. Each client's needs will vary, and it's important we listen and seek to understand each client. When first meeting the client, establishing rapport, so building trust within that client, giving them that little time to start talking to you and open up to you. This is when empathetic listening is crucial. So building up trust with the client will allow them to feel more comfortable. And this is very important for a recreation therapist for when they're doing an assessment, because the more comfortable they feel, the more information they're willing to share with you. Habit number 6, synergize. So personal strength when it comes to synergizing I have is finding the synergistic third alternative. I believe I'm strong in first seeking to understand. For example, I always listen to understand my coworkers when planning and making decisions. So we come to a decision we are all happy with, or at least all have had our input in and are satisfied with. I also recognize it is much more beneficial if every party involved is happy with the end result. Not everyone has the same brain, because that would be very boring. Sorry, wrong thing. So a personal weakness I have with finding a synergistic third party, I struggle to express my opinion on the matter. So in order for the outcome to be a win-win deal, I must learn to use my voice as well.